welcome to our space. Welcome to today's conversation.
And where we do real talks. Tunaongeanga ukweli hapa.
Yes. Talking about conversation that will even make some of us uncomfortable, but we are here for it all.
We are here to talk about things that churches are afraid to talk about.
Exactly.
Pale kwa pulpit hamtaambiwa vitu vingine.
Certain things, but we are here to mention it all. But
here.
First things first, guys, Happy New Year
Happy
2022.
2023 is a brand new page.
Yes.
Tuandike ile tunataka. Kama tunataka kukua na mtu mwaka ikiisha, it's a brand new page.
Looking to improve your brand, to build your brand, to start a book, to whatever it is.
Yes.
Do it. Do it. Do you all the best, and wish you guys all the best. And so
we are here to today topic ya leo it's more on relationships. It's a spicy topic, and also ni topic pia inadunganga watu. Na to me I feel relationships, it's not always about sex. There is more to it.
Yeah.
There is more to relationships.
Yes. So tonight we're talking about the more to it.
Yes, the more to it.
We're going to be talking about relationships. Generally, we're talking about knowing the one and why marriage.
Why marriage?
Why we even choose to get married at the end of the relationship. Yeah, not really at the end, because marriage is still a relationship. Yeah, so babe, you ready to take it on?
Why the one?
Take us through.
Why you?
Why me?
Yes.
Why you?
Why the one?
How you know the why?
To me, I think it starts with the purpose of the relationship. Why are we doing? Why do I want to do this? And there's something that I always nowadays naenda back to it. When you feel you are ready to date, when you feel the guts and everything is telling you to date, don't, as you always say.
Nakwambia, and I quote, and I love it because this is one thing I like saying. When you how does it?
Yes.
When you feel the need to date, don't. You're ready to date when you're not ready to date.
Yes. You're ready to date when you're not ready to date. Yes.
Ile time when it doesn't feel like it's a priority, you focus on so many other things, it's a good time to date. That's the space you're in. Because a 14-year-old might be watching this and be like, oh, so I should know. But if that's the space and age you're in, that's fine.
Yeah.
But then not getting into it out of desperation or because you feel like I have to do it. Yeah.
And because now when you come in, you can get a relationship because you feel you have to. There are things that will happen in that relationship because unaingia, maybe you are desperate, you feel like nimechoka kuwa single, so unaingia pale juu umechoka kuwa single. Now when you get there, itakuwa ni kama I'm here not mainly to have you as to be in a relationship with you, but I'm here because I don't want to be alone.
Yeah, exactly. And out of loneliness.
Yes.
And that's the wrong reason because it doesn't sustain a relationship.
Yes.
This is another quote. I know there's someone who's gonna watch this and is going to say it better, but it's something about it's not love that fulfills the commitment. The promise, it's the commitment that fulfills the promise. As much as you two are in love, see here love it will sustain. Because there's so many things that happen in a relationship, so many challenges, ups and downs, but it's the commitment that you guys made from the very beginning, that you guys make from the very beginning, that will keep that promise. Yes, I think I said it the right way. It's the commitment.
And now when it comes to knowing the one, there are things you need to lay down. You need to know, I want this guy to be, to bring up a family with. I need to know, is he really in for the family thing? When we cross to being married, will he be a guy who I will say, kuna vitu unafanya zenye nataka mtu mwingine anafanya. You see, like for example, you date a guy and yeye anapenda kwenda, maybe anapenda FIFA and he's addicted to it, and you feel like that can't work because you utakuwa ukicheza FIFA even when we want to do our things, you are stuck playing FIFA.
So one should be looking at values, principles, so that like in your process, choosing the one you want to do life with eventually true. Because that I mean one of the things I know. Football fans, I have nothing against you, nothing against you, but mimi nilikuwa najua I do not want to get married to someone who's a football fan because I've seen football fans go crazy. You guys want to spend time together, kuna game fulani lazima aende watch ama spree. No, it's not my portion. But there's someone who loves that and they even go and watch together. But yeah, it all comes down to your values.
Your values
and also I think I don't know what it's called. It's not like a list, but maybe like the standards you've set for your life. Like this is how I do certain things, or I believe in certain things. And even when you're talking about values, it also comes down to your faith.
Yeah.
Because faith is such a big issue when it comes to relationships and marriage. Because you're looking at, now you guys have totally different spiritual beliefs.
Yes.
Now you're going to be raising kids. So they'll be confused.
And that is one of the things, you see, even if you're in different angles, that is one of the key things you need to talk before you say I do.
True.
Before you guys decide we are going to be together, you need to know that tukisha kuwa, what happens. Like, well, you believe in this and I believe in this, what happens? And
this is before getting into the relationship. Get ready.
No, you see, love is, to me, love is, it's a funny thing. And when someone falls in love, kuna kuwa na that blind part. But now when you guys are already in the relationship, one of the things you guys need to talk about is matters faith.
Now sasa hapo ni
because if we say like before the relationship, we are going to break so many relationships, and if you say after the relationship, so many relationships are going to work out. So what's the point of me getting into this relationship and already we're in totally different spaces? I'm not coming to change you, you're not coming to change me. So if you don't want us to break relationships, don't start them in the first place. That's what I think. This is why I keep saying date your friend. Because if this person is your friend, you know their values. Because it's easier for you to be open to your friend than to someone who's shooting their shot and akukatia. It's easier for you to bite a whole burger mkienda pale date mkiwa na beshte yako than someone who's shooting their shot. Juu boy anakukatia aya tutakula fork and knife, then you go home asking yourself why you did that. But beshte yako, you will literally just eat it and be as messy as you can be. That means you can be vulnerable with this person and free. Now I may digress kidogo, but now coming back to the issue of faith and even values, I feel that's a conversation before you get into the relationship. Know this person's values. Because if we have different values, why are we even getting into this relationship in the first place? We're talking about purpose, right? That's the first thing you have mentioned. And if the purpose of this relationship is for us to end up spending our lives together, start a family, get married and everything, our values need to at least, we definitely don't have the exact same things because we're differently wired. Yeah. But the values that can align. Okay. For me, first I was thinking I want a guy I can take to my dad. Because of course for girls, your father is usually said it's your first love and like, you know, role model. My dad is my role model. So I wanted someone I know I can take to my father. They can have a conversation with my dad. So there are certain values I knew I cannot take this one. And so there's no point of me in a relationship that I know is heading nowhere. Okay. On the other hand, you see, you guys and you see like the values come out, the matters of faith. You guys are in different, maybe let's say religion. Yeah. But one thing I've come to learn is that what matters is the heart.
That's true.
Yes. So if when we start dating, because I'm coming to you knowing how you are, but now let's say matters, when now it comes to matters of faith and matters of church, mainly matters of faith and church. Some things you learn in in the relationship. Some things it's a bit hard to learn in the friend zone.
True.
So when you come to learn these things when you're dating, I feel that's the time you need to sit down and talk about after marriage, what's like, how is this going to work? That is what I'm trying to say, that when during the relationship, you sit down and talk about it. Yes.
Yeah. If there was no chance to talk about it before, because maybe you didn't know, because there are still so many other things that will come in, and you'll keep realizing because you keep knowing this person. So yeah, basically have the difficult conversations.
Yeah.
When it comes to money, when it comes to your spiritual lives, when it comes to family, have those conversations. And this is, I don't know, you guys have already decided to be serious. So the fact that you don't want to have these conversations might be a red flag.
Yeah, and you see, also, during the relationship, if you guys don't talk about something, that will be a red flag.
Yes.
And when you guys talk about them, those are the things that are going to build your marriage up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
True. And you know, there's so many things that come up when you're having these conversations. Yeah? So just be open, talk about it. Because there's really no script to choosing the person that you want to end up marrying, or there's really no script. But I think one thing, free advice: marry your friend. Because this is someone you're going to be living with forever.
Yeah.
Forever. For the rest of your life. That's a long time. So you need to be with someone who you're very comfortable with, and someone you can have fun with. Someone you can be cheesy with, somebody you can cry with, you can laugh with and laugh at. You bado lazima mtaenjoy at some point. So I think that for me is the basic. Marry your friend. Because we know that our audience is not just made of Christians. Of course, in the Bible, we are advised to not be unequally yoked. So we know we are talking to different people, different groups. So maybe for this topic, for today, we will not delve into the whole dating and
church and unchurched.
Yeah, exactly. That will be a topic on its own. So for today, we'll just be talking about it generally. So yeah, maybe I thought I should just clear that. Yeah.
And even as we talk about the one, there is also knowing the one. You see, there are people who know this is the one I'm going to marry during the relationship. Not even before they date. Hakuwa kijua this is the one, so they know it in the process. So it's makosa if you are there and you are dating and you're not even sure.
Yeah.
Some things they are reassured as you date, because the two of you are working towards being better for each other.
True.
But being better together.
Like you can still grow.
Yes.
Even when in that relationship.
Yes.
Yeah. Because someone might be watching and they didn't have that conversation before, so they're wondering, sort of apachana. Not necessarily. If you guys have decided it, I know you're realizing, hey, actually, I don't mind having this person in the same house and tuishi pamoja. So yeah, it still happens. It's very normal. Yeah. So you can still take that bold step.
Yeah, that's a bold step. The last one. We had two questions. The other one,
before we go to the last thing. So when it comes to choosing the one thing we've said you need to understand is your purpose. Know the purpose of the relationship. Number two,
know the values. What do you, the two of you, what do I value more?
Yeah.
Yes.
And also being open-minded.
Yes.
Because this one who they got into the relationship without a particular purpose, they love each other genuinely and they're doing life well. So be open-minded.
Yeah.
Open-mindedness will really boost you. So yeah, I have the last thing.
The last question is why marriage? Why we chose marriage?
Because I love you, that's why I chose to marry you. Yeah, in essence, I think that was like one main thing. And because you're my best friend. So why should I be with my best friend and they're living in different houses?
Tupanga
na sleep over daily.
Kuja tulipe rent pamoja.
Yeah, and for me, the idea of having a family of my own has always been somewhere at the back of my mind. It's such a beautiful picture. I am still picturing it right now. And yeah, I can't wait to see that. And you're the one person I want to see that with. So that's why marriage for me.
Okay.
Yeah. So why marriage?
Why marriage for me? Because the purpose and the values aligned. Mainly when we started dating, we started talking about why we want to be together.
Yeah.
Why we want to start this journey. And then now, as we started growing, I started seeing your values, what you value most. And you started knowing who I am. And you see, when you start dating, you start being vulnerable to each other.
Sure.
You start knowing the other partner. And mainly during that time is when you see that I really want to spend my life with this person. And marriage is not wedding.
Yes. Yeah, marriage is not
wedding.
The wedding is just 1 day, a few hours. Basically.
And you see, people can just decide to do the wedding the way they want, the way they feel. They can do the civil, they can do the bit as ratio, they can go the church way, they can go the garden way. Wedding is a 1 day affair, but marriage is something that happens after the wedding. So, usiangalie that I'm dating this guy, and he talks about this lady, and she talks more about how beautiful our wedding will be. Let's not focus more on the wedding, on how beautiful the wedding will be. Let's focus on how beautiful the marriage will be.
Yes, and this goes out to you who's not dating, you who's dating, you who's even planning your wedding.
Yes.
Because you might focus, especially those who are planning their wedding, you might focus so much on that single day. So tell me your wedding is in December. So the whole of this year, all you focus on is your wedding. And what happens to your relationship?
Yes.
So that's why you've even heard of cases, and even you had stories when you were going through RPMCC. You hear cases of people who fight during the honeymoon. You hear cases of who divorce, like wanachana too, because they're like, in a week or two, they're like, we can't do this, because they lost themselves in the whole wedding planning.
Yeah.
And basically, imagine it's only a few hours.
It's only a few hours.
Just a few hours. And really, it's sad, because you guys had built this. You guys were planning that wedding because you want to do this, but then it doesn't end us out. So it is sad, but what basically we're saying is, don't forget yourself.
Yeah, don't forget yourself.
Yeah.
Like, if you see, even when you're planning a wedding, take a week off planning the wedding and focus on the two.
Even more, you can take even 2 weeks, even a whole month, basically. Like, take your time. And time is a gift that will be given by God. So use it. Make memories. At your time in a plan wedding, make memories. If there's something you need to discuss, you don't necessarily have to make it too formal. And then you have to hang out, talk about it. But you guys have still spent time together. Yes.
And I feel like you're winding up.
Before we wind up, I feel like I just needed to say this. So many things happen to people in relationships. So things might not have worked out for you in your past relationship or even situationship. And maybe you're in a space where the topic here, haikubambi, and you're thinking, so what good is there when it comes to relationships? One thing there is hope. And this is a story we're going to give later, even for the both of us. By the time the both of us were coming to start this journey of our relationship, we had both gone through it all. And there's always hope. So don't lose hope. Take time. If you're going through a heartbreak or something, you take time. Take your own good time. Spend time with yourself. Self-love, pale. And make sure to enjoy time on your own first before you even think of having somebody else in your life. So yeah, I thought I should just encourage somebody who might be watching this today.
And me, I think I need to talk to the guys. Don't stress yourself to making your wedding, your marriage perfect. Don't stress yourself. It's for both of you.
I feel like you should be talking to everyone, not just the guys. Because there's pressure on both ends.
You find, you see, the culture that is saying you're the man of the house. You should figure this out before you get. That is the talk of the town. That's what people say. The man should have everything figured out before you get there. But to me, I feel it's the two of you
Yeah.
to talk about everything.
Yeah, basically, I mean, culture will always have something to say. Society will always have something to say. So it's for the both of you to walk the journey together, basically. Yeah.
And with that said,
Yeah. I think we're gonna end it
we're
here.
gonna end it here, and this one thing we're going to continue doing.
Yes.
Kuongea ukweli. Real talk.
Yeah.
Real talk. And it doesn't matter if something is, it doesn't matter if something sounds wrong or sounds good.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, however it sounds, and whatever it is, you are going to talk about
You're
it.
coming to your houses. Anyway, yeah,
Yes.
basically that's it. We're just having candid,
Conversations.
raw conversations because why not?
Why not?
Anyway, that is all from us today. We hope you have enjoyed the show. And if this is something that you'd like to be seen more often on your timeline, subscribe. If not, no pressure. Yeah, so we love you guys. Tell us what you think about this topic. Tell us
Yes.
what you'd like us to talk about more this year. Maybe there's something pressing that you feel like we need to address. Just you can DM us on Facebook.
Facebook Ciku Kelvin. It's also in the description.
Yes.
Yes.
And Shiko Wangi on
Yes.
all socials. And you can also send us an email, by the way,
Yes.
shikomboroK@gmail.com.
Yes.
You need to tell us anything.
Yes.
And yeah, that is all for today. We love you
and,
guys.
and you guys, just if you comment, tell us when it comes to choosing the one, what are your preferences? Like how do you see it, and do you believe in marriage?
Good question.
Do you believe in marriage? And that's all for today.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Bye. Tuonane.
See you next week.